Vi har lyd! Velkommen alle sammen! Hei! Noen kan jo juble, det liker vi. Vi vil gjerne ha masse jubel og heiarop under begge bautene. Ja. Folkens, klarne stemmen, kjøp kaker og kaffe og sånn når dere trenger. Og bruk alt dere har av lyd, for det liker jentene både fra Helsinki og fra Trondheim. Ok? Kan jeg få høre dere en gang til? En gang til! Mer! Hei! Ok. Et par småopplysninger til å begynne med. Det er en sikkerhetslinje som er stiplet foran der dere sitter. Vær så snill og ikke gå på hitsida av den linja. Det er for deres sikkerhet og for spillerne og dommerne sin sikkerhet. Vi har loddsalg. Jeg oppfordrer alle til å kjøpe lodd så tidlig som mulig, for da får dere flere vinnersjanser. Vi kommer til å ha trekning i første halftime, i pausen mellom de to bautene, og i siste halftime. Det er til sammen 18 premier, så det er mye å glede seg til der. Er alle klar for litt roller derby?
And the rest of the event will be in English, I'm afraid. Hope that's not too much of a disappointment. Hello, I'm Bulldog. Welcome to the bout. I have no idea what Hilda just told you, so I'm just going to jump right into introducing our referee. There's our referees and non-skating officials. Give them all a round of applause, please. The head referee for this game will be Der König. Wave. Identify yourself. Yeah, you can't be anonymous. You're important. And our head NSO is Ironmonger. Also wave. And now, introducing the visiting team, Kallio Rolling Rainbows Vantan Skinnet. Number 10, Layla Gay. Number 13, Mischief. Number 1314, Picante. Number 21, Schlagerluff. Number 299, Libras Killer. Number 35, MC Slagerförsta. Number 4444, Do Me Behind. Number 72, Pretty Sick. Number 777, Gilperti. Number 8, Pink Spanker. Number 9, Teabag. Number 99, Subotex. And number B12, Skinhead O'Connor. Lineups for Kallio Rolling Rainbow. That's Reading Rainbow is a totally different thing. That's from Mike Bolger. Lineups for Kallio Rolling Rainbow is Pocahontas and the Bench Coast Sniff Poppers. This is Kallio Reading Rolling Rainbow. I'm gonna make that mistake about 10 more times. Reading Rainbow was a staple of my childhood. It was a television show in the United States. Sorry about that. Next up, your hometown heroes, the Nidaros Roller Derby All-Stars. And leading the Nidaros All-Stars is the new junior roller derby team, but number 11, Brawley. Number 113, Yoshibitsu. Number 13, Betty Bye Bye. Number 159, Sophie Norheim. Number 170, India Pale Hell. Number 217, Betty Kill. Number 3, Sprinterella. Number 5, Sassy Kickassy. Number 66, Agatha Krusty. Number 7, Skinny Montero. Number 8, Anakil Skywalker. Number 8011, Booty Badass. And number 88, Noxette. Lineup for Nidaros is Laylar and bench coach Pookie. These are the Nidaros Roller Derby All-Stars. for the very first time? Oh, good. So we have a lot of veterans in the audience right now. So the people who raise your hands, look to the left. Well, raise your hands again if you've never seen roller derby before. Oh, come on. Now, a whole bunch more people that raise their hand. Well, anyone who is not raising your hand is your roller derby buddy. If you look, if you see something that you're confused, you can probably ask them and they'll be able to help you out. Along the way, though, also I will be trying to describe what's going on. Do my best, anyway. But in the meantime, if you have any important questions, just bother someone to distract them from watching the game, okay? Also, we have a program on page 2 of the program. There's actually a quick boot camp of sorts, a quick refresher course for the basic rules. First up on the line for Kallio is number 99, Subotex. And against number 5, Sassy Kagasi for Nitros. That first whistle starts the jam. Each jam lasts for up to 2 minutes. And the jammers are trying to lap the opposing skaters in order to score points. They got 1 point for each last opponent. Right now, Subotex slapped solid Nitros wall at the front of the back. As a 1-on-1 3 feature, knocking Subotex out of bounds. She must recycle. She must get back behind any skater that will hit her as well as the skater that hit her out. Otherwise, she gets a trip through the penalty box. But now, 1-on-1, Yosha feature with a vicious shoulder check. But an elbow is called on Yosha feature. She goes to the penalty box for 30 seconds. Subotex is out first. She is lead jammer. You can identify the lead jammer by her jam referee is pointing at her. She has the privilege of falling off the jam at any time by placing her hands on her hips repeatedly. But now through the back. As she just did, and she has scored 4 points by lapping all 4 opposing blockers. Nitros coming up next. So a 4-0 jam. Kallio first on the board. Next up for Nitros is number 88, not set. And game number 13, 14, Picante for Kallio. Picante looking the inside line, moving badasses there, locking it up. The Nitros jammer at the front splits right between the Kallio defense. Gets lead jammer, but Picante hot on her heels. Both jammers moving into scoring position, but not set gets there first. Gets hip check out of bounds by Pink Spanker. Does successfully call it off, but there was also a penalty call. So a cutting the track call on knock set. She came back in front of Pink Spanker, who had knocked her out. Goes to the penalty box. That means it is a power jam. Only 1 jammer on the track. That is pretty sick. Number 72 of Kallio, who makes a short work of the Nitros pack, getting through for lead jammer. Pack frozen in turn 1. Pretty sick. Muscled out of bounds by Yoshibichu. Only recycles a little bit though. Yoshibichu gets back in front of her, but pretty sick. Actually commits a cutting the track. That means right now there is no jammer, but Noxette finishes her 30-second penalty, returns to the track, and it is now a Nidaros power jam. Noxette gets around the outside of Teabag and Schlagerluft to complete her initial pass. No points yet for Nidaros, but also remember that Pretty Sick, when she comes in, will be on a scoring pass. But Noxette now gets a big shoulder from Gilberti, knocking her out of bounds. Noxette recovers and gets back in, bounces off a shoulder check from Gilberti, runs into Schlagerluft, and now is getting sandwiched by Schlagerluft and Gilberti. To the outside, Schlagerluft almost gets Noxette out of bounds. Now it's a one-on-one duel. Noxette gets a high block penalty. It is another power jam. It is going back and forth. We can't keep two jammers on the track at the same time. But Pretty Sick getting through, completing her first scoring pass that she was on when she got the penalty, and now gets a grand slam. That is all 4 blocker points, as well as another point for the jammer. Any opponent that you lap, you get a point for. Now on her second scoring pass. Bounces off of Betty Bye-Bye, or gets around Benny Kill, but knocked out of bounds by, yes, you guessed it, Yoshibichu. But Yoshibichu gets another penalty. Pretty Sick gets around Brawley, number 11 of Nidaros, and completes a second scoring pass, this time only 4 points. Noxette, the Nidaros jammer, back in action, but time runs out. She's only going to complete that first scoring pass, but it is a grand slam. Nidaros on the board with 5 points. Kallio at 14. Starting out with a 4-on-3 pack advantage, 1 blocker for Nidaros in the penalty box, but all 4 blockers for Kallio. But both jammers on the track. I'll say it again, both jammers in the game. Sophie Norheim, number 159. As soon as I say it, they make a liar out of me. Sophie Norheim to the penalty box, and Subotex is lead jammer for Kallio. That penalty on Layla Gay means it's now a 4-on-3 pack advantage for Nidaros, but Booty Badass unable to connect with a hip check. Subotex gets through with a grand slam. Pack at a standstill in turn 1 once again. Subotex on her second scoring pass gets a shirt whip off of Pink Spanker, rams past Yoshibichu with a low block penalty, and Subotex with a grand slam. All 5 points for Kallio. Second scoring pass, but Sophie Norheim getting through the back. That was her initial pass. No points yet for Sophie Norheim for Nidaros. And Subotex will call off the jam after her second scoring pass. 4 points on that second one. Moving up. Oh, sorry. Third. 14-point jam for Kallio.
Ok, vi har en team timeout. Det betyr at laget diskuterer litt internt før vi setter I gang igjen.
So Nidaros is taking their first team timeout. Each team gets 3 timeouts to be called anytime they want to during the game. In addition to that, for each period, each team gets 1 official review. But I'll talk about that if that comes up. Right now we've got Picante back on the line for Kallio. Picante jamming against Sassy Kikasi, number 5 of Nidaros. But Picante going to the penalty box. That is another power jam for Nidaros. Sassy Kikasi going against Doomy behind and Teabag. Gets by Teabag. Doomy behind collapses from a counter check from Sassy Kikasi. Sassy Kikasi is lead jammer for Nidaros. Nidaros back to full strength. All 4 blockers on the track. Sassy Kikasi rolls around Doomy behind, completes her first scoring pass. A grand slam for Nidaros. But Picante back on the track, but now still on her initial pass. Muscled out of bounds by a double team from India Pale Hell and Yoshibichu. Coming back around, but now getting lapped once again by Sassy Kikasi. Sassy Kikasi on her second scoring pass, looks for the inside lane, but Doomy behind knocks her out. Benny Kill and Doomy behind, 1 blocker from each team getting sent to the penalty box. Picante does complete her initial pass, but does not get around for points. Nidaros coming up with another 5, a 10-point jam for the ladies in black and orange. Official timeout is called before the jam starts. Right now we've got a 3-on-2 pack advantage for Kallio. On the jammer line for Nidaros is number 88, Noxet, against number 72, Pretty Sick of Kallio. Rolling Rainbow. There, I got it. I got it right that time. Nailed it. Let's see how long that lasts.
Dere hørte nettopp fanklubben med ropet til Nidaros der i sted. Det er lov å joine fra publikum sin side også. Vi har en gjeng her i dag som nesten ikke trenger introduksjon. Det er våre faste stormtroopers. Dere ser dem rundt omkring. Hey! Nordic Garrison i Trondheim. Flotteste Garrison vi har i Norge, det er jeg helt sikker på.
All right, in case any of you are wondering one thing about the penalty box, if you look over to the penalty box, you'll see that Brawley is standing up. Whenever you see a skater in the penalty box is standing up, that means she has less than 10 seconds remaining in her penalty. No more than 2 blockers can be sitting in the penalty box. However, that standing means that there is a position to sit down. So in fact, 3 blockers can be in the penalty box as long as at least one of them is standing. However, 4 blockers from the same team cannot be in the penalty box because anytime there is only one blocker on the track, she cannot be sent to the penalty box. The last blocker on the track cannot be sent off of the track. That's what that means. Was that clear? As mud. Thank you very much. Knock set number 88, jamming for Nidaros. And Picante starting in the penalty box for Kallio. So a power jam, knock set gets out for lead jammer. Knock set hits the pack on her first scoring pass, avoids a hip check from Kilperti, completes the pass for 5. Second scoring pass, the pack has not moved from turn 2. Knockset slips around Kilperti, but gets a cutting the track. She tapped out of bounds with 1 foot, came back in without recycling. This gets a trip to the penalty box. So now again a power jam for, this time, Kallio's Picante. Picante completing her initial pass. Now hits the pack on her first scoring pass. Oh, slips past a shoulder check from Benny Kill and gets an easy 5 points for Kallio. Jockeying for position, Sprinterella trying to get out of the goat pen, but Picante of Kallio bounces off a hip check from Benny Kill and slips a shoulder from Agatha Krusty, completing her scoring pass. Another 5 for Kallio. Now both jammers back on the track as Knockset returns from the penalty box. Both jammers on a scoring pass, however Kallio's Picante on her 3rd scoring pass. Knockset completing her 2nd scoring pass, gets up the outside of Schlagerlöf, the last line of defense for Kallio. That is a grand slam. She got the jammer point before she went to the penalty box. But Picante getting 4 because she has not lapped Knockset on this pass. Knockset looking to match those points, but Picante gets around first on her 4th scoring pass. But Picante gets a back block penalty. It's another power jam for Nidaros, but time runs out. Knockset does get all 4 points. Picante got 0 on that one, so a tie jam, 14-14. Okay, so this is Kallio's first team timeout. So each team so far has taken 1 of their 3 timeouts for the game. But Kallio will be starting with yet another time with a jammer in the penalty box. Another power jam for Nidaros. But Nidaros with Sprinterella in the penalty box. So Kallio with a 1 blocker advantage in the next jam.
I'll just add a fun fact, sometimes do in these bouts. The roller skates, the quads that you see the players and refs using here, were invented already in 1762 by a Frenchman. The inliners, the more popular ones that came in the 80s, not so old.
That was interesting. No, I didn't. Sophie Norheim, number 159, jamming for Nidaros. Picante in the penalty box, so still on a power jam. But Sophie Norheim running into a solid 3-wall at the front. Dumi behind Teabag and Schlagerlöf. Schlagerlöf dropping back to bridge, and Dumi behind, and Teabag cannot hold Sophie Norheim. She gets out for lead jammer, but a very good power kill by Kallio, slowing down the jammer. But this time, Sophie Norheim bounces off a shoulder check from Kilperti and finds a wide open inside line, gets a 5-point pass. Picante on her initial pass, not scoring any points right now. She started the jam in the penalty box. Sprinterella knocking her to the infield. She has to recycle back. Sophie Norheim on scoring pass number 2. Looking for the outside lane, gets denied by Teabag, and then Dumi behind grabs her on the inside. Sophie Norheim finally calling off the jam as she sees Picante approaching on her first scoring pass. But Sophie Norheim will pick up 3 points on this second scoring pass, so a 5 and a 3 means 8 points for Nidaros. That brings them to within 4 points of Kallio. But this time, Nidaros starting out with a 2-blocker deficit. Only Sprinterella and Agatha Krusty to stop Pretty Sick, number 72, the Kallio Jammer. Sassy Kikassi behind a 4-wall of Kallio defenders. Doomy behind Mischief, Skinhead O'Connor, and Teabag holding the line against Sassy Kikassi as Pretty Sick of Kallio gets around and outraces Agatha Krusty and Annakil Skywalker to complete her first scoring pass. It's a grand slam for Kallio. But Sassy Kikassi with a juke to the inside leaves Mischief sprawled on the ground, completing her initial pass, but Pretty Sick whizzes through the pack a second time on a second scoring pass. Gets an 4 points on the second scoring pass and 0 points on the third because she did not reach the back. I was confused. But that opens it up to a 13-point lead for Kallio. This time Nidaros only with 1 blocker in the penalty box. And that is shortly. Sprinterella was standing up when the first whistle blew, but Subutex, the Kallio Jammer, gets through for lead. Yoshibichu making her debut on the Jammer line, completes her initial pass, but half a lap behind Subutex. Subutex rams into Sophie Norheim, gets denied, recycles back, but calls off the jam, and neither Jammer gets any points. Great defense by Nidaros. That is unfortunate for Nidaros. Booty Badass was attempting to return, but before the first whistle, she must be between the jammer line and the pivot line in bounds, and she was not, and therefore was sent to return to the bench. Nidaros skating with only 3 blockers in the jam. Pretty Sick getting through, completing her first scoring pass for 4 points. Or that's what it looked like, but I think that might have just been lead jammer. It might have been just jam ref reflexes holding up 4 points. No, there it is, 4 points. That is, okay. I'm all caught up now. Okay, we're double checking. I'm gonna wait for the scoreboard on that one. That was a 4 and a 5 point pass. 9 points for Kallio. Sorry about that. We got number 5, Sassy Kikassi, jamming for Nidaros, but Subutex, number 99 of Kallio, getting through for lead jammer once again. Subutex has been, I believe, one of the most consistent jammers in this game so far. I don't think she has failed to get lead jammer, but Sassy Kikassi completing her initial pass. Subutex on a scoring pass, dodges past Benny Kill, but gets caught by Yoshibichu, but will call off the jam just in time. Sassy Kikassi getting no points in that jam, but Subutex only 3 points. Yoshibichu not giving up her point in that jam. We've got Pretty Sick returning to the jammer line, number 72 of Kallio. Jamming against number 159, Sophie Norheim, who gets swept out of the way by Mischief. Now recycled back by Dumi behind. Pretty sick, the Kallio jammer already lead. And now hits the pack on her first scoring pass. All attention was on Sophie Norheim. Wide open inside lane. Pretty sick gets through without a scratch. Quick 5 points for Kallio, but now a star pass. The jammer, Sophie Norheim, removed the star cover from her helmet and passed it directly to the pivot. That is a legal star pass. Booty Badass now the jammer for the remainder of the jam. And now on her first scoring pass, Teabag muscling her out with a hip check. Booty Badass coming back in clean, runs into a shoulder from Mischief. Gets by that, but now a one-on-one duel with Teabag. Skinhead O'Connor coming across, gets a glancing blow, but Teabag knocking down Booty Badass. But Teabag ran out of room. There was no connection, no I'll talk about that later. But anyways, they were out of play. Booty Badass completing the scoring pass, matching the 5 points Pretty Sick had on the board. Now both jammers on another scoring pass. Pretty Sick juking behind Anakil Skywalker completes the pass for 4 points. Pretty Sick served a penalty, so no lead jammer in this jam. Booty Badass getting a grand slam, but Pretty Sick getting around for another 4 points. So pulling into the lead, but Booty Badass looking to match those, gets by Skinhead O'Connor, but knocked out of bounds by Doomy behind as she gets lapped once again by Pretty Sick. That is another grand slam, bringing Kallio up to 13 points for the jam. Time runs out just as Pretty Sick approaches the back of the pack. No additional points for Kallio, but Booty Badass does bring in 4 more points. So an 18-14 jam in favor of Kallio. So now we've got Noxet back on the jammer line for Nidaros against Picante, number 13-14. Now going one-on-one against Yoshibichu, but Noxet gets by, completes the pass. She is not lead jammer though, and no pass, no penalty. That means she did not make a legal pass on every single skater, however, when she did, but she did not get a penalty. That means she is not lead jammer, but neither is Picante. Picante still struggling to complete her initial pass. Runs into Benny Kill and Anakil Skywalker. India Pale Hell guarding the outside lane, but finally Picante getting out of the back, claiming lead jammer, but Noxet already on her second scoring pass. Ten minutes remaining in the first half. We've got number 99, Subotex up to the outside, gets by Sprinterella, completes the pass for lead jammer. Number 5, Sassy Kickassy for Nidaros, trying to get straight up the center of a 3-wall. Runs into Skinhead O'Connor, Doomy behind, and Mischief. And they repel her back to the rear of the pack as Subotex, the Kallio jammer, completes her first scoring pass, getting away from Booty Badass. And brings home a grand slam. Now on her second scoring pass, slips past Agatha Krusty. Benny Kill trying to catch her in turn 3. But Subotex too fast, gets a second grand slam. 10 points so far for Kallio. A star pass to Sprinterella. The pivot for Nidaros means that she is now the scorer for Nidaros. But Subotex already on yet another scoring pass. $14 points so far for Kallio. Nidaros at 4. And the 2 arms up by the head ref Draconic means there is no pack. That means no skaters can engage each other. But Sprinterella, the pivot cum jammer, or is it jammer cum pivot? I don't remember. Completes another scoring pass, does get up to 8 points. But Subutex bringing home 18, so a plus 10 differential for Kallio. Kallio extending their lead. Another official timeout called. Is there anyone here who does not speak English? If you don't speak English, stand up and spin around 3 times.
I think if anyone here does not speak English, Bulldog, they wouldn't understand your question, would they? So that's a contradiction in terms. Noen her som ikke snakker engelsk og ikke forstår det som blir sagt? No. Norwegians are an English-speaking population, so no worries there. I'll throw in another fun fact. Roller derby is one of the fastest growing sports in the world, mainly Europe and the US, of course.
I think at least 3 people got it. Even if one of them wasn't you. All right, the officials are double checking the track tape. Sometimes it gets a little loose. We haven't found a perfect solution for that, but loose track tape marking the borders can get tangled up in wheels and cause a dangerous situation for the skaters. So the track tape repairers are saving lives, or at least severely skinned elbows or something. Now we've got the game back on. Pretty sick. Number 72 getting right up the center of the Nidaros defense, claiming lead jammer. But Sophie Norheim coming through, completing her initial pass, but a very sparse pack right now. Nidaros with 3 blockers on the track, 2 blockers for Kallio. But Sophie Norheim getting into the pack will get all 4 points, but Pretty Sick only getting 2, so Nidaros actually winning the jam by 2. But those 2 points does put Kallio into triple digits with just a little over 7 minutes remaining in the game. Seven minutes on the clock, but Sassy Kikassi gets through for lead jammer. Picante, number 13-14, gets to the inside of Booty Badass Anakill Skywalker and Agatha Grush to complete her initial pass. But Sassy Kikassi rams right by Doomy behind, completes the pass for 4 points, calls off the jam in time, nothing for Kallio. That puts Kallio at 73 points. Kallio at 101 points. Nidaros up to 73 now. And only 2 blockers for Kallio. Subutex, the number 99, the jammer, runs into Brawley and Yoshibichu of Nidaros. Knocks at the Nidaros jammer, gets through for lead. Subutex, if memory serves, Subutex is the first time he has not gotten lead jammer. Brawley knocking down Subutex, so she is still on her initial pass, knocks it on her first scoring pass, runs into Kilperti, number 777, and number 8, Pink Spanker, slips to the outside of Pink Spanker, completes the pass for 5, calls off the jam. And that puts Nidaros at 78 points, Kallio still at 101. Jam starts with just over 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Sophie Norheim, number 159, looking for any niche, and she finds it on the inside with a little help from Booty Badass. Lead jammer goes to Nidaros. Pretty sick, trying to get through the defense, but Nidaros swarming the Kallio jammer. Agatha Krusty, Booty Badass, and Sprinterella with a 3-wall at the front end. Pretty sick, having trouble getting anywhere. Now getting a little bit of help from Teabag, but India Pale Hell shoring up that side of the wall. Pretty sick, looking for any opening in the Nidaros defense, but they are solid so far. Sophie Norheim did get into her first scoring pass, does not get the jammer point, but will get 4 points. Calls off the jam for Nidaros. That brings them up to 82 points, and Kallio with a 3-jam scoreless streak. Is that right, or is it? No. 3 minutes, 50 seconds on the clock. Picante, number 13-14, jamming for Kallio in the white jerseys. Over in the black jerseys, it is Yoshibichu, number 113, jamming for Nidaros. Both teams at full strength, so 4 walls for everybody. Yoshibichu in the rear for a wall, looking for the inside lane, but Gilberti unable to catch her, and Yoshibichu breaks free for lead jammer. Picante with the pack spread out, but Benny Kill catches her just in time. Picante saw a wide open territory, but only one blocker, but Benny Kill was able to put a stop to it, and now backed up by Betty Bye-Bye. And there goes Yoshibichu out through the outside, keeling over Gilberti on her way by. Gets a grand slam for Nidaros. Second scoring pass now runs into a 3-wall. Schlagerluft, Leila Kay, and Gilberti. No, a 4-wall. Pink Spanker also in there on the outside lane. But they have to drop back quite a bit, but the 3-wall able to knock Yoshibichu to the outside. Picante, the Kallio jammer, still on her initial pass, unable to penetrate the Nidaros defense. But Yoshibichu had to recycle all the way around the turn, coming back in at the entrance to turn 3. Attempting a star pass, but Betty Bye-Bye left empty-handed, had to come back and do a second try, but this time gets the star on her head. All 5 points awarded to Yoshibichu. And now Betty Bye-Bye, the pivot, the jammer Kun pivot, on scoring pass number 3 for Nidaros. First scoring pass for Betty Bye-Bye, but number 3 for Nidaros. A star pass from Kallio means that Leila Gay, the pivot, is now the jammer. Now ramming into Skinny Montero. And was that a low block or a back block? Either way, that is Leila Gay now in the penalty box as jammer. She will start as jammer, so Teabag taking the pivot cap in the next jam. But we'll start out with a power jam for Nidaros with only, and now team timeout or? An official timeout called with 1 minute 23 seconds on the clock. The score right now, Nidaros 92 points. Kallio still at 101, and it is I've just got the signal, is an official review requested by Kallio. Okay, sorry, and I spoke too soon. That was actually a 15-point jam for Nidaros. The score now 97 to 101. But at this moment, we are in the midst of an official review requested by Kallio. Kallio was using their official review at 1 minute 26 seconds to challenge the back block call on Layla Gay. The call stands, and we will continue. Score now, Nidaros 97, Kallio's Rolling Rainbow at 101. So we will start the next jam with Kallio standing with 4 blockers, but no jammer. Nidaros with 3 blockers and 1 jammer on the line. That is, of course, number 5, Sassy Kikassi. Kallio with number 10, Layla Gay as jammer, starting in the penalty box. Sassy Kikassi looking for the outside lane. Doomy behind was there. Now on the inside, Subutex almost gets cleared out by Anakil Skywalker. But Sassy Kikassi moving back to the outside, runs into T-Bag, slips by Doomy behind, but Doomy behind manages to get her down to the ground. Now it's a 3-wall. T-Bag, Doomy behind, and Subutex. Subutex now dropping back to bridge. Sassy Kikassi gives the slip to Doomy behind, completes the pass for lead jammer. Doomy behind going to the penalty box. First scoring pass for Sassy Kikassi of Nidaros. Gets by Subutex and slips by Schlagerloff. Schlagerloff trying to catch her coming out of turn 2, but runs out of room. Sassy Kikassi with a grand slam. And that is a lead change. Nidaros in the lead for the first time in the game. Sassy Kikassi on her second scoring pass. There's a 2-wall at the front, T-Bag and Schlagerloff. But a quick juke to the inside, and Sassy Kikassi completing another scoring pass. Layla Gay passing the star to Subutex, but too little, too late. Nothing for Kallio, and another 5 puts Nidaros up to 107 points. And no timeout called. The period clock expires. It is now halftime. The halftime score, 107 Nidaros, 101 for... Hello? Is that too loud? Okay. The halftime gear check is always much more entertaining. It's more like a little more like the hokey pokey than the Oh no, they're doing the full thing. Everybody show me wrist guards. Yeah, at some tournaments they just do a cursory gear check, making sure everybody still has everything they had at the beginning of the first half. But no, they're going to do a full gear check. Here we go, second half. We've got our first jammer for Kallio is number 99, Subutex. Jamming for Nidaros, it's number 5, Sassy Kagasi, who gets away from Teabag. The last line of defense for Kallio claims lead jammer. Subutex getting around the outside of Yoshibichu, completes her initial pass, but not before Sassy Kagasi starts her first scoring pass. Gets stopped by a 3-wall. Mischief Doomy behind and Teabag stopping her cold, but she does pick up 2 points and calls off the jam in time. So that is actually now a 40, if I'm not mistaken, a 44-0 scoring streak by the Nidaros All-Stars. That is 8 jams in a row. Kallio has failed to score, and Nidaros has scored in almost, I believe, every single jam since then. We've got a 4-on-3 pack advantage for Nidaros. Schlagerlof starting in the penalty box. Noxet, number 88, jamming for Nidaros. Running into Layla Gay, slips to the outside, just avoids Pink Spanker, trying to pull her back in. Lead jammer once again goes to Nidaros. Picante, number 13, 14, still on her initial pass. Moves to the outside, Anakil Skywalker is there. Now Booty Badass and Sprinterella in the center. He slips by them, just avoids a shoulder from Anakil Skywalker, completing her initial pass for Kallio. But Noxet on her first scoring pass gets smashed to the ground by Kilperti and Layla Gay and Schlagerlof in the mix as well. But calls off the jam, but gives up 1 point for Picante of Kallio, but does get 3 points for Nidaros. So the scoreless streak for Kallio ends with a 1 point by Picante, but Nidaros now at 112 points, a 10-point lead. Once again, a 4-on-3 pack advantage for Nidaros. Pink Spanker in the penalty box, but Pretty Sick, number 72, jamming for Kallio, gets up the inside, completes her initial pass, but Sophie Norheim jukes past the shoulder from Mischief and completes her initial pass. Pretty Sick now passing her teammates on her first scoring pass, gets shouldered aside by Yoshibichu. A massive collision at the back of the pack. Mischief struggling to get back to her bench, but does seem to be able to do so on her own power. An official review requested by Kallio. But that was a 2-point jam for Kallio, bringing them to 104 points.
Mens officialsen har timeout, kan vi si så mye som at roller derby som sport oppstod i USA allerede på 2030-tallet, men da som en ganske annen variant enn det vi ser i dag. Det som moderne roller derby startet først i 2001, og da med Texas som opprinnelsessted.
The official review from Kallio right now. It has been presented. The referees have had their discussion, and now head referee Der König explaining the results of the official review deliberation. And as soon as we know, we will let you know what it was all about. All right, that official review by Kallio, it was a challenge of a no call on Sophie Nordheim. They wanted a low block assessed, or believed that a low block had occurred against Miss Chief. However, after review by the referees, it is determined that it was clean contact, and therefore no penalty assessed. The no call stands. And that is the official review for Kallio. Now on to the next jam, starting with just under 27 minutes left in the game. Sassy Kikassy to the outside, gets lead jammer. Subotex slipping up the inside, completes her initial pass and is now giving chase to Sassy Kikassy. Sassy Kikassy slams into the center of the track. Subotex leaping across the inside, but just a fraction of a second too late. She does not get any points in that one, but only 1 point for Nidaros. There it is, 113 to 104 now. Next up on the jammer line for Nidaros in the black jerseys, it's number 88, Noxette. For Kallio, it is number 13, 14, Picante in the white jersey, but Noxette getting by Skinhead O'Connor on the inside and is now lead jammer. Picante at the front going against Brawley. Brawley going to the penalty box, now is one-on-one with Yoshibichu. Yoshibichu muscles her to the inside. But an out-of-play block. She was out of play, and Picante gets a free pass. So now Nidaros down 2 blockers. Only Benny Kill and India Pale Hell on the track. But the jam gets called off by lead jammer Noxette. But once again, only 1 point picked up by Nidaros, but still 0 points for Kallio. Kallio fielding number 72, Pretty Sick. Moves up the inside, a slick move narrowly avoids a check from Booty Badass, last line of defense, and is now lead jammer. Kallio's jammer does a spin move this time, once again around Booty Badass, gets 5 points. Sophie Nordheim, the jammer for Nidaros, still on her initial pass, running into a solid 4 wall. Nidaros now getting back up to full strength in the pack, but damage done. Pretty Sick already on her second scoring pass. Sophie Nordheim does complete her initial pass, but is nowhere near a scoring pass. 10 points for Kallio, and that will tie up the game, 114 to 114. So after what is that, 36 minutes of play, we're back to square one. It may as well be 0-0, mathematically speaking. actually. Both of them were. Kallio fielding number 99, Subutex, but Subutex going against all 4 Nidaros blockers this time. Not only 2 of them. Sassy Kikassi trying to squeeze up the inside. Just gets by Skinhead O'Connor trying to reel her back in, but Sassy Kikassi escapes the clutches and comes out with lead jammer. But number 13, Betty Bye going to the penalty box. That leaves Nidaros with only 3 blockers. But Yoshibichu able to get Subutex out of to the infield. She has to recycle all the way along the complete length of the track. Sassy Kikassi, the jammer for Nidaros, on her first scoring pass. Trying to move to the outside, but Teabag and Doobie behind her there. Now to the inside, but Mischief catches her. A cutting the track penalty on Brawley of Nidaros. That brings Nidaros down to only 2 blockers. They've been getting into quite a bit of penalty trouble in the last few jams. But Yoshibichu and Benny Kill holding on. Yoshibichu knocking Subutex out of bounds, but out of play means that Yoshibichu goes to the penalty box and Subutex gets a free pass. But that was only her initial pass. Sassy Kikassi comes across the inside, just gets scooped by a hip check from Doomy behind, but completes the scoring pass for 5 and calls off the jam, breaks the tie. Now 119 for Nidaros. Kallio remains at 114. Official timeout called. Is this an official read? Official review. Okay, now it does take on the appearance of an official review, but I have assurance this is not an official review. This is just a little discussion between the captains and the head referee. So still on an official timeout. Score 119 to 114. We have 3 skaters in the penalty box. 1 from Kallio, that's Doomy behind, number 4444. And for Nidaros, it is number 11 Brawley and number 113 Yoshibichu. So we'll start out the next jam. Kallio with a 3-on-2 pack advantage, but remarkably both teams with a jammer on the track. All right, so it looks like an insubordination penalty was assessed to team captain Yoshibichu. And that was her 7th penalty, which means she has fouled out of the game. Betty Bye-Bye now serving the remainder of Yoshibichu's penalty that is not assessed to Betty Bye-Bye. It is actually Yoshibichu's penalty. But that also means that someone else has to be designated captain for Nidaros. And I don't know yet who that is. Sophie Norheim will be the team captain, taking Yoshibichu's place. That's important because only the team captain and the co-captain is allowed to speak directly to the referees. But right now on the track, both jammers on there, and Picante, number 13-14, jamming for Kallio, is lead jammer. Noxette getting by Pink Spanker, the last line of defense for Kallio to complete her initial pass. But Picante on a scoring pass, knocked to the infield, calls off the jam well before Noxette gets into the pack. 2 points for Kallio, brings them to within 3 points of Nidaros. Three on three pack right now. One blocker each in the penalty box. We've got number 159, Sophie Norheim, jamming for Nidaros against number 72, Pretty Sick, who gets by Brawley and completes her initial pass for lead jammer. Sophie Norheim narrowly squeezing by a hip check from Doomy behind, only to have the wall reform in front of her. Still on her initial pass and looks back, sees Pretty Sick coming up behind. Nothing she can do about it. Pretty Sick slips right by the entire pack, gets 5 points. That's one scoring pass down, but both teams now at full strength. An empty penalty box. Sophie Norheim at the front of the pack, but Mischief getting a little bit of payback, holding Sophie Norheim single-handedly in the pack, keeping her on her initial pass. Pretty Sick, the jammer for Kallio on her second scoring pass, but now Nidaros holding the line at the rear. The star has been passed from Sophie Norheim to the pivot Betty Bye-Bye, but Betty Bye-Bye unable to, so far, to complete the initial pass for Nidaros, finally getting by Mischief on the outside, only to have the jam called off by Pretty Sick. Pretty Sick will get all 5 points, so a 10-point jam puts Kallio back in the lead. Are there any Finnish fans in the audience tonight? Anyone? Oh, there, both of them right there. Or maybe not. No, they're wearing Nidaros shirts. All right, so fans at home, you might be excited that Kallio is in the lead, but nobody here is. But Sassy Kikasi, number 5, jamming for Nidaros at the front of the pack, squeezes right by Schlagerlof and Gilperti to create the lead jammer for Nidaros. Subotex knocked out of bounds by Sprinterella. Gets recycled back into the pack. Booty Badass sent to the penalty box, and that leaves only Anakil Skywalker to try and stop Subotex. Not gonna do it. Subotex completes her initial pass. But Sassy Kickassy on a scoring pass, trying to squeeze past Teabag, but Teabag hip checks her out of bounds, comes back in. Now the same treatment on the inside by Doomy behind. And now Sassy Kickassy getting passed by Subotex. But that was both jammers' first scoring pass, so 4-5 in this jam. Oh, I'm gonna double check that. Did I see a thumb hanging out of the Nidaros jam ref's hand or not? No, that was a 4. That was a 4. There was no thumb. So 4-4 in that jam. The jam is tied, so Kallio remaining in the lead by 7. But that was a lot of penalties assessed in that jam. In fact, there are 2 blockers from each team in the penalty box, and 1 blocker for Kallio owes a penalty. As soon as a seat opens up, she'll be sent off. but knock set number 88, the jammer for Nidaros, has lead. Now hits the pack on her first scoring pass. Only 2 Kallio blockers waiting for a teabag. Falls down. And knock set. That teabag fell down. And that meant she went out of play. So knock set was able to come back in legally without getting a cutting the track penalty. So a little bit of a lucky break for Nidaros. 4 points picked up in that pass. 2 points by the Kallio jammer. But that leaves Kallio still in the lead by 5. 127 for Nidaros, 132 for Kallio. 3-on-3 pack starts the next jam. Number 72, Pretty Sick, jamming for Kallio. Against number 5, Sassy Kick-Assy of Nidaros. Pretty Sick at the front of the pack. Finally gets by Anakil Skywalker as they hit the end of the engagement zone. A free pass for the Kallio jammer. She gets lead, but Sassy Kick-Assy breaks free of the pack as well. Now on the chase, Pretty Sick rams into and almost spins around Sprinterella, but hit checked out of bounds, calling off the jam as she does so. Takes 3 home and calls off the jam just in time. Sassy Kick-Assy getting a 0. Knock set number 88, jamming, knocked out of bounds, gets recycled all the way back to turn 4 by the Kallio defense. Up front, Subutex number 99 of Kallio, trying to get past a solid defense from Nidaros. Booty Badass catching her in the last line of defense, sends her back. But now it's Sophie Norheim and Booty Badass, sending Subutex to the rear of the pack. Knock set on the inside lane, surrounded by 3 Kallio blockers. A forearm penalty against Subutex. The Kallio jammer sends her to the penalty box. So now a power jam for Nidaros. Knock set trying to ram into Mischief, but goes out of bounds instead. Gets recycled to the back of the pack. Still on her initial pass. Both jammers still on her initial pass. So Noxet not putting any points on the board. Now trying to get past Pink Spanker and passes the star instead, but Sophie Norheim, the pivot, now the jammer for Nidaros, gets repelled again. Has to recycle to the rear of the pack. Takes another run at it. Rams into Teabag, but Teabag, almost gets her out of bounds, but Sophie Norheim slips a hip check from Mischief and out races Teabag to the edge of the pack. Gets out, but not lead, of course, because she was the pivot. And of course, Subutex was in the penalty box. It went to the penalty box in this jam, so cannot be lead jammer. We will go the full 2 minutes. Sophie Norheim, the jammer for Nidaros, getting sent off for a cutting the track penalty. So that means it's a power jam for Subutex, who just completes her initial pass. So far, no points scored in the jam, but beautiful work by the blockers for Kallio. Teabag and Skinhead O'Connor holding Brawley and Betty Bye-Bye to the inside lane, leaving a wide open outside lane. There were only a few seconds. Subutex, if she had to slow down at all, would not have gotten there in time. So that was great teamwork by Kallio. That brings them up to 140 points. Nidaros at 127 with 13 and a half minutes remaining. And we have a team timeout called by Nidaros. That is their second team timeout. They will have one remaining, as well as their official review. Kallio has already used their official review, of course, and has 2 timeouts remaining. Okay, that was a team timeout by Nidaros. Now an official timeout.
Og selv om spenningen til å både ta og følge på, kjenn litt opp på at dere sulten og tørst og alle sånne ting, gå og kjøp dere noe kaffe og muffins. Det hjelper på blodsukkeret.
So that was actually a delay of game, illegal procedure assessed to the captain of Nidaros because they did not field any skaters when the jam started. But now that's sorted out. We've got both teams represented on the track. Picante in a one-on-one battle with Anakil Skywalker gets by, claims lead jammer. Kallio still on a power jam. Sophie Norheim, number 159, the jammer, still sitting in the box. Picante weaves her way right past Sprinterella and Anakil Skywalker to get another 5 points for Kallio. The pack frozen going into turn 3. Now Kallio springs into motion, but Sprinterella with a vicious shoulder check takes down Picante, but Picante recovers quickly and forces her way through the back. Gets out with another grand slam. 10 points so far in this jam, but the power jam is over. Sophie Norheim comes out of the penalty box, rams into the back of the pack, but gets nowhere. Kallio all over it. Kilperti matching her move for move as Picante comes through a third time, and a 15-point jam for Kallio so far. Picante moving in for a fourth scoring pass, and this is potentially, yes, a grand slam. That is a 20-point jam. Highest scoring jam so far in this game. Sophie Norheim of Nidaros repelled once again, still on her initial pass, and Picante's not done yet, going in on a fifth scoring pass. This time Agatha Crush, she catches her on the outside. No, Booty Badass catches her on the inside, going up the center. Anakil Skywalker catches her, sends her to the inside. Picante touches out of bounds and has to collapse to avoid a cutting the track penalty. A star pass puts pivot Sprinterella into the jammer position, but doesn't get around in time. Picante calls off the jam. She does get all 5 points. A 25-point jam for Picante of Kallio Rolling Rainbow. Three-on-three pack, each team with one blocker in the penalty box. Number 72, Pretty Sick, jamming for Kallio up against the two-wall. Betty Bye-Bye and Benny Kill comes across the shoulder check, sends Pretty Sick out of bounds. Up front, Sassy Kikassi against the two-wall, gets by Teabag. Doomy behind, catches her and shoves her back into the pack. Still now back to square one as Pretty Sick, the Kallio jammer, gets out of the pack, claims lead jammer. Sassy Kikassi back and forth, but now almost gets out, but just nudged by Mischief. Sends her to the infield. She's got to recycle once again. Pretty Sick getting the same treatment, but recycling on the outside and on a scoring pass. Sassy Kikassi slips right by the Kallio defense. I think Teabag going to the penalty box had a lot to do with that, but is not going to get around in time. Jam called off by Pretty Sick. 4 more points for Kallio. This is the final timeout, team timeout called by Nidaros. They'll have no timeouts remaining, but they still have their official review. Kallio with 2 blockers in the penalty box. That's number 21, Schlagerlöf, and number 13, Mischief. And Teabag, number 9 of Kallio, owes a penalty, so she must skate in this jam, and as soon as a seat opens up, she will be allowed to sit. Nidaros with 1 skater in the penalty box. That's Betty Bye-Bye, number 13, standing up now. That means she has less than 10 seconds, as we discussed before. But we'll start out this next jam, 3-on-2 at pack advantage for Nidaros. Number 99 for Kallio, Subutex jamming against number 88, Noxet for Nidaros. Noxet had to recycle just a little bit, avoided cutting, and Subutex taking away lead jammer, but Noxet getting by Kilperti, the only blocker left on the track for Kallio. Completing her initial pass, Subutex knocked to the infield, comes sliding back, recycles back cleanly, but Noxet getting by Kilperti, completing her first scoring pass. 4 points for Nidaros. Subutex trying to get out, but gets knocked out of bounds by Anakel Skywalker, and now has to recycle all the way around. She opts not to do so, calls off the jam instead. She does get all 4 points. Noxet getting an illegal procedure penalty, so we'll go to the penalty box for Nidaros. And did she get any points? All right, still waiting to see if Noxet got any points on that last scoring pass, and she does. She got 3 points on that second scoring pass. Total of 7 for Nidaros, and 4 points for Kallio's Subutex. But Noxet starting out in the penalty box. Picante of Kallio Rolling Rainbow jamming. Unopposed right now, power jam. Gets by Brawley and Benny Kill to complete her initial pass, claiming lead. 3-on-3 pack right now. Picante weaving through, but gets slammed to the ground by a shoulder from Sophie Norheim. But Sophie Norheim falling down. And a low block assessed on Sophie Norheim. Sends her to the penalty box. Picante picking up 5 on her first scoring pass. Brushes off a shoulder from Benny Kill and avoids Brawley altogether. Gets a second 5-point pass. 10 points so far for Kallio. Noxet back on the track, but still on her initial pass. Knocked out of bounds by Doomy behind. Comes back in clean, but gets passed once again by Picante. Another 4 points for Kallio. 14 points so far in this jam. Noxet fighting, but Doomy behind, holding on as long as she can, but finally Noxet completing her initial pass. But Picante on scoring pass number 4. A strong shoulder shoves Picante out of bounds. She calls off the jam and looks behind. Noxet's not going to get there in time. 4 more points for Kallio, brings them to 18 points for the jam, and a donut for Nidaros. Official timeout called. The clock at 6 minutes, 35 seconds remaining in the game. All right, that official review was to just double check the penalty boards, make sure everything was up to date. We've got that all sorted out. Now we've got a 4-on-3 back advantage for Kallio. Number 72, Pretty Sick, jamming for Kallio in the white against number 5, Sassy Kikassi. Sassy Kikassi repelled to the inside by Kilperti and Schlagerloof. Up front, Pretty Sick getting by Agatha Krusty and Sprinterella, completing the initial pass and claiming lead. Sassy Kikassi trying to tightrope walk her way up the outside lane, but gets knocked out. Schlagerloof following her to the rear of the pack. Pretty Sick and battering her way past Sprinterella, comes up with 5 for Kallio. Sassy Kikassi taking another run at her initial pass and gets passed once again by Pretty Sick, the jammer for Kallio. Scoring pass number 2, already 5 points in her pocket, but runs into a solid 4-wall this time. Moves to the outside, Sprinterella and Agatha Krusty meet her there. Anakil Skywalker and Skinny Montero guard the inside lane. And Anakil Skywalker knocking Pretty Sick out of bounds. Sassy Kikassi completing her initial pass. And a delayed call. Sassy Kikassi gets a cutting the track penalty. So now it is another power jam for Kallio. Anakil Skywalker putting up a fight, but finally has to give up. Pretty Sick completing the pass. 5 points on the second scoring pass. That's 10 points for Kallio. And things beginning to look dire for Nidaros. 67-point deficit with less than 5 minutes remaining in the game. But on the bright side, that's really good news for Kallio. Zubatex, number 99, jamming for Kallio. Charges forward, a 2-wall at the front. Booty Badass and Benny Kill unable to stop her. She gets lead jammer. Skating unopposed to start the jam. Now still on a power jam. Brushes by Benny Kill and picks up another grand slam for Kallio. That's the first scoring pass of the jam, but the power jam has ended. Sassy Kikassi out of the penalty box, now working on her initial pass, but gets lapped again by Zubatex. Another grand slam means a 10-point jam so far for Kallio. Sassy Kikassi knocked out of bounds. Comes back in quick, but knocked out of bounds again by Teabag and Mischief. Still trying to complete her initial pass, but getting muscled to the rear of the pack. Zubatex, though, getting the treatment from Brawley. Number 11 of Nidaros has to recycle just a little bit, but she is on her third scoring pass. Sassy Kikassi still on her initial pass. That was a star pass from Sassy Kikassi to Sprinterella. Sprinterella now the jammer for Nidaros. And Zubatex, both jammers getting recycled simultaneously. But Sprinterella charging up the center of the track, rams into Mischief, doesn't get knocked out of bounds, comes back up this time. Knocked to the inside, but only her hand touched out of bounds. And as long as only your hand touches out of bounds, you are still considered inbounds for the purposes of cutting the track. But Zubatex will call off the jam with plenty of time to spare. Another 5 brings them to 15 points for the jam, and Nidaros falling further behind. Another official timeout called. This next jam will be 5-on-5, unless something changes. But the clock frozen at 2 minutes, 18 seconds. That's 82 points, 82-point deficit. That's pretty tough. That's the all clear, and that ends the official timeout. 5-on-5 on the track right now. Last minute instructions given by head referee Der Koenig. But on the jammer line, it's number 13-14 Picante for Kallio against number 88 Noxet for Nidaros. Picante at the front, going one-on-one with Booty Badass, and she muscles her way right by. You counter checking with a shoulder, gets out for lead jammer. But Noxet hot on her tail, having completed her initial pass. Picante now on a first scoring pass, rams a shoulder into Booty Badass. And Noxet getting all the way through, whizzing right by Picante, getting all 4 points. Picante picking up only 1, so a +3 differential. Nidaros winning the jam. The jam starts with 1 minute 24 seconds remaining as the first whistle is blown. Number 13, Betty Bye-Bye, jamming for the first time for Nidaros in this game. Going against Pretty Sick, number 72 of Kallio. Both jammers, though, got recycled. Betty Bye-Bye, though, at the front of the pack, trying to get past a 3 wall of Kallio defenders. Mischief, Doomy behind, and Libres Killer. Now Skinhead O'Connor moving in to make it a 4 wall. It's a party now in the front. But Betty Bye-Bye struggling to make any progress, but Pretty Sick getting the same treatment from Nidaros. Both teams defending very strongly. Pretty Sick gets a cutting the track penalty, and Skinhead O'Connor also getting a penalty. That means only 3 blockers remaining. Benny Kill has received a star pass, taking over as jammer for Nidaros and gets by the final defender. Mischief going to the penalty box, and that leaves only 2 blockers for Kallio. That's Doomy behind and Libres Killer. As Benny Kill hits the pack, Sophie Norheim trying to help out her jammer, but now Benny Kill gets by, completes the pass for 5. The period clock has expired, though, so this is the final jam. Cheer on your jammer if you're a friend of Nidaros. There goes Benny Kill on a second scoring pass. Same 2 wall, Libres Killer and Doomy behind, holding strong. But Benny Kill to the outside, Doomy behind with a last-ditch effort, but it's a glancing blow. Benny Kill completing for another 5. 10 points so far, but Pretty Sick back on the track, but repelled time and again. Benny Kill just touches the back of the pack, but will not score any more points. And that ends the game, the unofficial final at this time. 217 points for Kallio, 147 for Nidaros.
Jeg tror vi alle kan være enige om at selv om det ikke ble et hjemmeresultat, så var det her en utrolig spennende bout. Fantastiske idrettsutøvere, både på Nidaros og Kallio. Det er en virkelig prestasjon, det vi har sett her i dag. Vi har fått Nidaros B-laget ut her. Og Kallios B-lag. Kallio får seiersrunden. Fantastisk prestasjon av jentene fra Kallio i Helsinki med 217 poeng. Jeg synes vi alle skal juble litt ekstra for Kallio akkurat nå. Ja? Og selvfølgelig også for hjemmeheltene våre i Nidaros Roller Derby. Martine, vær så god.
Ok, nå må bare sette deg på champagne. Jeg vet ikke hva jeg heter. Jeg skal spille to låter, så da må jeg bare høre på Tonight you I'd be the first to say I played my games and I lost my way. So tonight you Den där.
Give me a thumb. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the B team from Kallio, Rolling Rainbow, the Kinapori Fist Funkers. So glad I said that right. Number 10, Layla Gay. Number 103, Bella Glucosi. Number 14, Sala Spectra. Number 1910, Fridu Kallio. Number 33, Bibi. Number 35, MC Slagaforsta. Number 49, Macho Bichu. Number 588, Lisbeth Napander. Number 64, The Great Blondini. Number 81, Alice Insane. Number 82, Revelicious. And number B12, Skinhead O'Connor. With Luna on lineups and Sniff Poppers as bench coach, this is the Kallio Rolling Rainbow B team, the Kinapori Fist Funkers. Okay, let's play Nidaros's intro music now. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, preceded by the newly formed Nidaros Junior Roller Derby, this is the Nidaros Killer Bees. With number 101, Bad News Barbie. Number 170, India Pale Hell. Number 177, Kali. Number 18, Morticia Wolf Runner. Number 209, Medusa Blonde. Number 22, Nancy Nosebleed. Number 24, Prime Sinister. Number 333, Overkill. Number 501, Darth Invader. Number 6, Chick Wallace. Number 68, Kathleen Roadkill. Number 7, Skinny Montero. Number 9, Crazy Horse. Number 96, Sprito. With Layla as bench coach and Benny Kill on lineups, this is the Nidaros Killer Bees. All right, and it looks like we're going to start the second bout 7 minutes behind when we planned to start it. So we're right on time. This makes both bouts. All right, there's the first whistle. First jammer for Kallio's B team, Layla Gay, number 10, up against number 9, Crazy Norse for Nidaros, who gets up the inside past Macho Bichu, claiming lead jammer in the first jam of the game. Layla Gay moves to the inside. Prime Sinister catches it with a hip check, and now she gets sandwiched by India Pale Hell. Oh, slides by Kali, runs into Nancy Nosebleed, and finished off by Prime Sinister as Crazy Norse blazes a trail through the pack. 5 points on that first scoring pass. Nidaros first on the board. Layla Gay trying to get through that two-wall in the front. Prime Sinister and India Pale Hell holding on, but finally edges her way past Prime Sinister, completing her initial pass. But Crazy Norse for Nidaros on her second scoring pass, looks over her shoulder, sees Layla Gay coming, calls off the jam, narrowly avoiding giving up points. Only gets 3 points in that second scoring pass, but keeps Kallio off the board 8-0 after one jam. Number 82, Rebelicious, lining up for Kallio. Against team co-captain Medusa Blonde, number 209 for Nidaros. Medusa Blonde knocked out of bounds by Lisbeth Napander. Sorry. Rebelicious, already lead jammer, now on her first scoring pass, rams past Bad News Barbie and follows Medusa Blonde out of the pack. Almost a full lap. She does manage to get one legal pass on Medusa Blonde, claiming the jammer point. So a 5-point jam for Kallio. Jam called off. Medusa Blonde does not get any points. Five on 5 on the track. Empty penalty box. All right, we've got number 7, Skinny Montero, squeezing her way past Bella Glucosi and Sala Spectra. Completing her initial pass, claiming lead jammer. Allison Sane jamming for Kallio, hot on the chase, but Skinny Montero's just gonna dip into the rear of the pack. Does not score any points though, so a 0-0 jam. Number 33, BB jamming for Kallio against number 9, Crazy Norse returning to the jammer line for Nidaros. Up front, BB slipping by overkill, number 333 of Nidaros. Last line of defense, claims lead jammer for Kallio. Crazy Norse knocked to the ground, picks herself back up, drives up the center, rams into her own teammate, Chick Wallace, but slips past Lisbeth Napander to complete her initial pass. A penalty on BB sends her to the penalty box. So now Kallio without a jammer. Nidaros on a power jam. Crazy Norse on her first scoring pass. But remember that BB of Kallio was on a scoring pass when she got sent to the penalty box. So when she comes back, she will be scoring and may already have some points. But Crazy Norse getting all 5 points on her first scoring pass. Second scoring pass, only 2 blockers left. That's Fridu Kahio and the great Blondini. Fridu Kahio gets a hip check in, but Crazy Norse brushes it off, completes the pass for another 5. But BB, the jammer for Kallio, back on the track, completing her first scoring pass and gets 4 points on pass number 1. Crazy Norse on her third scoring pass and passes the star to Morticia Wolfrunner, who completes the pass. They will get all 4 points. Sorry. Morticia Militia picking up a grand slam for Nidaros, bringing their total up to 19 points for the jam. BB back in the penalty box during her second scoring pass. Time runs out on the jam. Morticia Wolfrunner may pick up some points. We're going to jam ref consulting with the outside pack ref at this time. Or is that? An official review requested by Kallio at this time. All right, so this is an official review requested by Kallio. They have reported their grievance and now the referees are discussing. All right, it looks like 3 points were scored in that last scoring pass, now showing up on the board. Okay, that official review by Kallio, they believe that a cutting had been committed by Morticia Wolfrunner at the end of the jam. However, the ruling on the track is that the fourth whistle sounded before she re-entered, and therefore, when she re-entered, the jam was dead, and therefore no penalty, the no call stands, and that is the... Well, I'm not sure. They may have their official review or they may not. Normally they would not, but the scoreboard still shows an official review for Kallio. Okay, and in all the confusion, Kallio did get 3 additional points before the jam was over. So the final score for that jam is 22-7, as you can see on the scoreboard. So now the score for the two teams: 30 for Nidaros Killer Bees and 12 points for Kallio Kinapori Fistfunkers. Next jam, it's a 4-on-3 pack advantage for Kallio. Kallio at full strength. Layla Gay, number 10, jamming for Kallio in the white jersey against Medusa Blonde, number 209 for Nidaros Killer Bees. But lead jammer claimed by Layla Gay. Comes around on her first scoring pass. Medusa Blonde escaping the pack just ahead of her, so not going to give up the jammer point. Layla Gay in a one-on-one duel against Nancy Nosebleed, but Nancy Nosebleed finally runs out of room, has to give ground. Layla Gay calling off the jam just in time. Medusa Blonde not able to get any points on the board before the end, so a 4-0 jam for Kallio. Jamming, that's number 82, Rebelicious, jamming for Kallio, gets lead jammer very quickly off the whistle. Skinny Montero looks over his shoulder, and Lisbeth Nappander descending out of bounds, but some kind of penalty, an out of play penalty maybe, on the jammer, interesting. But that means Skinny Montero going to the penalty box. It's a power jam for Rebelicious, and she gets through for the second time. 2 grand slams for Kallio, and quickly narrowing the gap to catch up to Nidaros. Comes to a third time and blasts her way past Bad News Barbie and Kathleen Roadkill. And that pass puts them into the lead. 31 points by one. That is a 1 point lead over Nidaros on the scoreboard, but Rebelicious isn't finished. Coming in on a fourth scoring pass, knocked out of bounds by Morticia Wolfrunner. Comes back along, but Skinny Montero rejoins the pack, but still on her initial pass, but makes short work of her, catches Kallio off guard. The great Blondini tried to reel her back in, but Skinny Montero breaks free. But Rebelicious, casually calling off the jam, will complete that fourth scoring pass, gets the Grand Slam, a 20-point jam, and that puts Kallio in the lead by 6. Next up, it's number 81, Alice Insane, jamming for Kallio. Macho Bichu, number 49, knocks out Crazy Norse, the number 9, the jammer for Nidaros. Makes another run for it, but Alice Insane already out of the pack and lead jammer for Kallio. Alice Insane hits the pack on her first scoring pass, rams into Kali, moves to the outside, gets hip checked out of bounds by India Pale Hell, but India Pale Hell sent to the penalty box. So Nidaros down one blocker. Alice Insane gets past Sprito and Nancy Nosebleed to complete her first scoring pass. It's a Grand Slam. So 5 points. Crazy Norse knocked out of bounds, still on her initial pass for Nidaros, and gets lapped once again by Alice Insane of Kallio. Knocked out of bounds by Nancy Nosebleed. Back screened across the entire track by Nancy Nosebleed. And caught once again by guess who? It's Nancy Nosebleed. But finally battles her way through, completes the pass for another 5. That's 10 points so far for Kallio. Alice Insane on scoring pass number 3. Crazy Norse still on her initial pass. Alice Insane will complete the pass for another 5 points, 15 points. That is, if I'm not mistaken, a 35-0 streak in the last 2 jams for Kallio. That is the first team timeout taken by Nidaros. They have 2 timeouts remaining. Kallio still holding on to all 3. However, Kallio has used their official review. Nidaros still has theirs. 4-on-3 pack advantage for Nidaros. That's Macho Bichu sitting in the penalty box. BB number 33 jamming for Kallio against 209 Medusa Blonde for Nidaros, who breaks up the inside, gets lead jammer. BB slipping up the inside right past Darth Invader and Chick Wallace to complete her initial pass. But Medusa Blonde hits the pack first, gets to the inside of the great Blondini, calls off the jam as she does so. Gets 4 points for Nidaros. That brings Nidaros up to 34 points. Kallio at 51. Layla Gay, number 10, taking the star again for Kallio. But Skinny Montero up the outside gets lead jammer for Nidaros. Layla Gay narrowly avoiding a shoulder check from Kali to complete her initial pass, but Skinny Montero right up the center gets caught by MC Slageforsta. Slowed down, but calls off the jam, will get 2 points and hold Kallio scoreless once again. Oh, the jam is sorry. Number 9, Crazy Norse, jamming for Nidaros against number 82, Rebelicious. Rebelicious sliding up the inside of a shoulder from number 333, Overkill of Nidaros. Gets lead jammer. 3-on-2 pack advantage for Kallio. Rebelicious on her first scoring pass. Gets by Kathleen, Roadkill and Overkill. Once again, 5 points for Kallio. Crazy Norse leaning into a shoulder from the great Blondini, stays in bounds, completes her initial pass. But number 82, Rebelicious, the jammer for Kallio, comes through a second time, gets 4 points, calls off the jam. Nothing for Nidaros, 9 points for Kallio. A last-minute switcheroo, but that leaves us with a 3-on-3 pack, with each team down 1 blocker. Medusa Blonde jamming, moves up the inside, gets caught by a hip from Macho Bichu, sends her to the infield. She's got to recycle all the way back to turn 4. For Kallio, it's Alice Insane, number 81, ramming into a 3-wall. 3-wall, that is Kali, Nancy Nosebleed, and India Pale Hell holding the line for Nidaros. Alice Insane leaning in, but Nidaros holding strong. But now Nancy Nosebleed heading to the penalty box. That leaves only India Pale Hell, Morticia Wolf Runner, and Kali in front. But finally, Medusa Blonde breaking free, claiming lead for Nidaros. They are now in control of the clock. But Alice Insane completing her initial pass as well. Medusa Blonde getting repelled at every step by Kallio. Sees Alice Insane at the last second, calls off the jam. No points for Kallio, but no points for Nidaros either. A double donut in that jam. Goose egg. Goose egg. That's another way of saying 0. Official timeout called. Right now, 2 blockers in the penalty box for Kallio. It's MC Slagaforsta and Macho Bichu. In the penalty box for Nidaros is Nancy Nosebleed, so a 3-on-2 pack advantage for Nidaros. We've got Skinny Montero, number 7 up the outside, gets lead jammer. Just a hair too late for Elizabeth Nappander, trying to catch her, but her jammer, number 33, BB, fighting her way past Chick Wallace and Overkill, but only to have Skinny Montero follow her through the pack, up the inside lane, unguarded, and gets 4 points. Jam called off, nothing for Kallio. That brings Nidaros Killer Bees up to 40 points. Kallio's Kinapori Fistfunkers, which I should say as few times as possible just to be safe. At 60 points. 20-point lead by Kallio right now. Team timeout called by Kallio. This is their first team timeout of the game. So both teams will have 2 timeouts remaining. There's the first whistle, restarting the game clock at 14 minutes 31 seconds as the whistle blows. Number 10, Layla Gay, jamming for Kallio, gets through clean for lead jammer. Number 9, Crazy Norse of Nidaros Killer Bees, still trying to get through on her initial pass, runs into Bella Glucosi and Macho Bichu. Backed up as well by some MC Slaga Forsta, she gets lapped by the Kallio jammer, Layla Gay. Layla Gay in a fierce battle at the front with Kali. Finally, both skaters fall down, but Layla Gay scrambling back up quickly and completing the pass. Kali going to the penalty box. Layla Gay comes to the inside, rams into Nancy Nosebleed, and gets a forearm penalty. That is jammer penalty, means it's a power jam for Nidaros. But Crazy Norse, number 9, still on her initial pass. Backing it up, comes back in clean. Takes another run. Kallio quickly forming up a 4-wall. All of their blockers in play. Skinhead O'Connor shoulders Crazy Norse out of bounds. She's going to get recycled once again to the exact same spot. So far, a very strong power kill by Kallio. And now to the inside, Macho Bichu. Trying to draw her back, but Crazy Norse didn't have to come back in behind her. Comes back in clean, but it's MC Slagafursta holding Crazy Norse in place, and that's the end of the power jam. Layla Gay back in play on her second scoring pass, picking up points. Just leans into a shoulder from Kali, completes the pass for 5. That is 10 points so far in this jam for Kallio. Star has been passed from Crazy Norse to Nancy Nosebleed, but too little, too late. Another scoring pass at the last second by Kallio brings it to, well, I believe it brings it to 15 points for the jam, but I don't know, we'll see. There it is, 15 points for the jam for Kallio. Kallio up to 75 points. Ooh. Crazy Norse of Nidaros being attended to by medics. Did not see what happened. But let's get a hand for our medics. Thank them very much for coming to the game tonight. They're absolutely essential to everything that goes on here. All right, both of the medics are attending to Crazy Norse at this time, and we cannot restart the game. This is how essential they are. We cannot restart the game until at least one of the medics is available once again. So we will be taking an official timeout until one of the medics is once again available. But this is a good time, once again, you know, go check out, help Kallio out if you can. All right, we have our medic, one of our medics back on station. So right now we have 5-on-5 pack. Number 209, Medusa Blonde, lining up for Nidaros against number 82, Rebelicious for Kallio. Clock at 12 minutes, 4 seconds as the first whistle blows. A tough Kallio defense sends Medusa Blonde back almost to turn 4 as Rebelicious fights her way through, claims lead jammer. Medusa Blonde for Nidaros at the front, almost gets past Fridu Kallio, but gets slammed to the ground. Fridu Kallio drops back to bridge. Skinhead O'Connor's heading to the penalty box for a out-of-play block, but damage done. Medusa Blonde had to recycle, still on her initial pass. However, Rebelicious in the penalty box. She was on her first scoring pass, so may already have some points that we don't know about, mystery points as they're sometimes called. But now Medusa Blonde on her first scoring pass. Of course, Rebelicious already had lead jammer, so this will go the full 2 minutes. Rebelicious back on the track, looking to complete her first scoring pass, and blasts right up the center of the pack. Completes the pass. 4 points for Kallio. Medusa Blonde, a potential 5-point pass. Finally gets free, but it is 4 points for 4 points for Medusa Blonde of Nidaros. But a second scoring pass from Rebelicious brings her up to 8 points total. Third scoring pass, and this time, well, 4 more points for each jammer. 12-8 so far in this jam. Rebelicious coming up on scoring pass number 4. Medusa Blonde on scoring pass number 3. Another 4 points for the Kallio jammer, brings them to 16 for the jam. Medusa Blonde held up in turn 1 by Skinhead O'Connor. Not going to complete the pass before the end of the jam. But no, 4 points on that last scoring pass by Kallio brings them to an even 20. Only 1 point for Medusa Blonde. So a 20-9 jam. Kallio winning by 11. Skinny Montero, number 7, jamming for Nidaros this time against number 81, Alice Insane. 5-on-5, so both jammers facing a 4-wall, but Alice Insane finds a weak spot in the center of the wall and gets through for lead. Skinny Montero, the jammer for Nidaros, still at the back of the pack as Alice Insane does a little hop across the infield, gets a grand slam. Nancy Nosebleed receiving a star pass, but an illegal procedure sends her to the penalty box with the jammer star. So that illegal procedure leaves Nancy Nosebleed in the penalty box at the end of the jam. Alice Insane picking up 5 more to make 15 points for the jam. Unless they're going to try and, unravel it right now. And, basically if they take the star back, then that means it was an illegal star pass. That was the official, that was the call. But I don't know. Now, actually, the illegal star pass is, of course, penalty you can easily, if the illegal star pass, well, basically the illegal star passes should always be called on the original jammer, never the pivot. But the thing is that if the pivot has the star and thinks she's the jammer, then she'll leave the pack and come all the way back around. But since she's not the lead jammer, she gets a failure to report penalty, or she gets a legal re-entry penalty if she comes back in. And some jams, some referees will actually, yeah, it's fucked up. It's a complete bust. Well, there's a failure to perform, and then there's a, well, I mean, it depends on how they call it. Okay, so it was an illegal star pass. They should have been called on the, it should have been called on the jammer, but he called it on the pivot instead. So the wrong person was serving the penalty. But that's okay, because that means that okay, so there appears to have been a small error in the call. The illegal procedure was called for an illegal star pass, right? And it should have been called on the jammer. However, it was accidentally called on the pivot, who was therefore not the legal jammer. That is why Skinny Montero, who the call should have been on originally, has now replaced Nancy Nosebleed in the penalty box, because it was her penalty, not Nancy Nosebleed, the pivots. But everything's sorted out now. It's a power jam for Kallio. BB making short work of the pack, gets lead jammer right off the bat. 4-on-3 pack advantage for Kallio. Kallio at full strength, and she just batters her way. A battering ram, well really a shouldering ram. BB getting through for 5. Because using her head as a battering ram would totally be illegal, and she would be in the box. But BB narrow. I saw her foot, her wheels touch the tape, but the tape is inside. So that was very close, but somehow BB able to stay in, completes the pass, gets the points. Now on her third scoring pass, but now caught up to by Skinny Montero. Skinny Montero looking to match some of those points. He gets up to the front of the pack, will get 4 points for Nidaros. 3 points picked up in that third scoring pass by BB, so a 13-4 jam in favor of Kallio. Next up, jamming for Kallio, it's number 10, Layla Gay. against number, for a first time starting on the jammer line. She did make jammer once, but after a star pass. Number 18, Morticia Wolfrunner, now against a 2-wall. That's MC Slagefursta and Macho Bichu, but a multiplayer block sends Macho Bichu to the penalty box. But now Layla Gay, slicing through the pack, gets a grand slam. Morticia Wolfrunner completing her initial pass. Layla Gay on her second scoring pass doesn't get very far, but calls off the jam in time. Morticia Wolfrunner not going to get any points for Nidaros. 2 more points picked up by the Kallio jammer. Total of 7 for the jam. Rebelicious, number 82, jamming for Kallio against number 209, Medusa Blonde. Rebelicious getting up the inside of Kathleen Roadkill and Chick Wallace, completing her initial pass, getting lead jammer. Medusa Blonde getting a cutting the track penalty that sends her to the penalty box and gives another power jam to Kallio. 5 points on that first scoring pass for Rebelicious, including the ghost point for the jammer. Second scoring pass, Rebelicious blasts her way through, but gets a last-minute shoulder check from Kathleen Roadkill, sending her down, forcing her to recycle, which is very important for the environment. Finds a wide-open hole in the center of the pack. This time gets through easy. 5 points on the second scoring pass. 10 points total. Number 6, Chick Wallace heading to the penalty box. That drops Nidaros down to 3 blockers. And Rebelicious is going to do it one more time for a third pass. 5 more points brings it to 15. So Kallio finishing that jam at 145 points. Nidaros at 53 with under 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Number 35, sorry, number 81, Allison St. jamming for Kallio, but Skinny Montero getting through for lead. Nidaros in control of the clock. Skinny Montero moves to the right side. Bella Glucosi catches her. MC Slagefursta backing her up. Skinny Montero looking for the center line, but gets muscled out of bounds by a double team from MC Slagefursta, and Bella Glucosi calls off the jam for 3. Allison Sane nowhere near the pack. So 3-0 for Nidaros. A fresh jammer for Nidaros. Kali, number 177, jamming. Going up against number 33, BB, who puts on the afterburners, gets by Bad News Barbie, and claims lead once again for Kallio. Kali up against a 3-wall, now a 2-wall, now a 0-wall. She gets through, completes her pass. BB up the outside lane, gets past Morticia Wolfrunner. Complete a pass for 4. Kali almost there, but isn't going to take any home for Nidaros. You guys say close but no cigar? Yeah. You know that, have you heard that expression? No. Nothing. It predates Clinton by a long time. It has nothing to do with that. An early penalty against the Kallio jammer. means it's a power jam for Medusa Blonde of Nidaros. Still on her initial pass, looking for the outside lane, gets caught by Sala Spectra, moves to the inside, gets caught by Bella Glucosi and MC Slagaforsta. Now Macho Bichu trying to add herself to that wall, but Medusa Blonde gets through with a quickness. Lead jammer for Nidaros now. They're in control of the clock as she hits the back on her first scoring pass, meets a four-wall in her path. Bella Glucosi makes final contact, but Medusa Blonde able to slip through, gets the grand slam. But that ends the power jam. Layla Gay making short work of the two defenders, India Pale Hell and Nancy Nosebleed, unable to stop her. Medusa Blonde on her second scoring pass gets stopped in her tracks by Bella Glucosi, but calls off the jam before Layla Gay can get in. 3 more points brings Nidaros up to 8 points for the jam, and another goose egg for Kallio. That ends the halftime score, 149 for Kallio's Kinapori Fistfunkers, 64 points for Nidaros Killer Bees. And we will be back for the second half in about 14 minutes. That's the 30-second call. We're going to get started with the second half of Nidaros Killer Bees and Kallio Kinapori Fist Funkers, the B team from Kallio. First up on the line in the second half, number 82, Rebelicious for Kallio against number 7, Skinny Montero for Nidaros. Skinny Montero falling down as she moves up the inside lane. And lead jammer goes to Rebelicious, number 82 of Kallio. Skinny Montero against a 3-wall at the front. Gets past Skinhead O'Connor and the Great Blondini to complete her initial pass. But Rebelicious already through, calls off the jam for 4 points for Kallio to start off the second half. Medusa Blonde taking the star for Nidaros against number 81, Allison Sane, who slips up the center between Kathleen Roadkill and Morticia Wolfrunner to claim lead jammer second time in a row for Kallio. The Nidaros jammer, Medusa Blonde, going to the penalty box. Allison Sane ricochets off a shoulder from Morticia Wolfrunner to complete her first scoring pass. Gets the grand slam for Kallio. Pack frozen in turn 2, a 4-wall meets Allison Sane, but as she jukes to the outside, gets by Morticia Wolfrunner and Overkill, completing her second scoring pass for another 5. Same 4-wall meets up with her, Overkill and Bad News Barbie holding her in line. Morticia Wolfrunner inverted and sends Allison Sane out of bounds, but goes out of bounds herself though. But that slows down the Kallio jammer, Medusa Blonde completing her initial pass. But Allison Sane easily able to call off the jam. Another 4 points brings Kallio to 14 points for the jam. Nidaros still scoreless in the second half. Ali, number 177, jamming for just the second time in this game. Came up empty the first time, trying to correct that now. Number 33, BB, one of the regular jammers for Kallio, against a 3-wall. Sprito on the outside, holding the line. Nancy Nosebleed in the center, but BB able to slip up the inside lane. Gets lead jammer. Kali knocked out of bounds, the Nidaros jammer having to recycle. Now both jammers shoulder to shoulder, but BB moving up to the front. Surrounded by the 4 blockers, now 3, now 2. Nancy Nosebleed and Sprito trying to hang on to the Kallio jammer, but she, gets caught just as she sees daylight. Nancy Nosebleed delivering a shoulder check, and now recycling BB all the way back to turn 3. Kali finally completing her initial pass, getting past the last line of defense, Elizabeth Nappander. But BB's gonna call it off once again, holding Nidaros scoreless. 5 points in that jam for Kallio. Next up, it's number 10, Layla Gay, jamming for Kallio against Skinny Montero. Now one-on-one with Macho Bichu. Beats her on the inside lane. completes the initial pass for lead jammer, but Layla Gay following her out. And Skinny Montero taking the tie. Calls up the jam, a double goose egg. No score. We've got number 82, Rebelicious, back on the line for Kallio, but cutting the track sends her to the penalty box. It's a power jam for Nidaros. Medusa Blonde up the outside lane, gets around Skinhead O'Connor, claims lead jammer for the first time in the second half for Nidaros. All four blockers on the track for Kallio, for both teams actually. Medusa Blonde ramming into the hips of the great Blondini and Fridu Kahio. They're unable to keep the door shut. Medusa Blonde picking up the first points of the second half for Nidaros. A grand slam. Now hits the pack for a second scoring pass, but Kallio down to two blockers now. Skinhead O'Connor and Fridu Kahio holding the line, but Rebelicious of Kallio gets through completing her initial pass. It's no longer a power jam. Medusa Blonde completing her second scoring pass, a second grand slam. 10 points for Nidaros. A 3-on-2 pack advantage for Nidaros. Kali, number 177, up to the front against the two wall. But it's a race, and Darth Invader unable to catch Alice Insane out of the pack. Lead jammer goes to Kallio. Kali not bowling over MC Slagaforsta, but Machu Picchu, Machu Picchu teaming up with MC Slagaforsta and keeping Kali in control, but MC Slagaforsta going to the penalty box on a multiplayer block. Kali breaking free at the end of the engagement zone, completing her initial pass, but Alice Insane coming in on a second scoring pass. Four wall at the front. Bad news, Barbie drops back to bridge, but the pack comes back up as Kali enters the pack on her first scoring pass. So now it's Machu Picchu and the great Blondini trying to stop Kali and slamming her to the ground. Alice Insane to the inside of Nancy Nosebleed, gets 4 points on the pass. Kali trying to get to the inside lane, but the great Blondini sends her to the ground. And Alice Insane coming around on another scoring pass. Morticia Wolfrunner and Nancy Nosebleed unable to keep the Kallio jammer in the pack. Another grand slam. She calls it off. Total of 14 points for Kallio. Number 33, BB jamming for Kallio, gets knocked down by Chick Wallace. Number 6 of Nidaros, now picked up by Nancy Nosebleed. Moves up the outside lane. Nancy Nosebleed gets in position, but unable to make sufficient contact with the shoulder. BB skates on for lead jammer. Skinny Montero, number 7 of Nidaros, the jammer going to the penalty box, so another power jam for Kallio. And there's another grand slam for BB of Kallio. Jockeying for position, and BB slamming into the hip, the unmoving hip of Nancy Nosebleed. Slips to the inside of Chick Wallace. Now weaves to the outside. Nancy Nosebleed and India Pale Hell are there, but Nancy Nosebleed, last line of defense, can't stop BB. It's another grand slam for Kallio. Pack has not moved from turn 3. 2 Nidaros blockers knocked down by the power of BB. And another grand slam. Skinny Montero, the jammer for Nidaros, back on the track. Moving up the center lane and pops right between the great Blondini and Fridu Kahio. Completing her initial pass only, though. No points yet for Nidaros. BB will call it off. We'll get only 1 more point on that last scoring pass, a total of 16 for Kallio. Medusa Blonde, number 209, jamming for Nidaros. All 4 Kallio blockers managing her well. Layla Gay getting away from Kathleen Roadkill, the last line of defense for Nidaros. Lead jammer goes to Kallio. Moving up the inside, Layla Gay on a scoring pass, slips right between Bad News Barbie and Roadkill and Kathleen Roadkill for the grand slam. Medusa Blonde to the outside, but Bella Glucosi and MC Slagaforsta working well together. Now on the inside, Sala Spectra, number 14. And on the outside, it's the same duo, Bella Glucosi and MC Slagaforsta. They're backed up by Macho Bichu, but Bella Glucosi and MC Slagaforsta pretty much able to do it all themselves. Machu Picchu dropping way back to recycle Medusa Blonde. Layla Gay coming in on her 4th scoring pass. Moves to the inside. Bad News Barbie and Kathleen Roadkill trying to catch her. And Layla Gay is only going to get 4 of those points this time, but a 19-point jam for Kallio. Team timeout called by Kallio. Number 82, Rebelicious, jamming for Kallio, but Skinny Montero of Nidaros gets out first for lead. But Rebelicious close behind. Skinny Montero attempts a hit it and quit it, trying to just nip some points off the back of the back, but isn't gonna, well, 2 points, she does it. 2 points for Nidaros. That is what, she passed one skater on the track and also gets a ghost point for that one skater in the penalty box, MC Slagaforsta. Allison Sane gets out of the back, but Nancy Nosebleed just edged her out for lead and calls off the jam. That's short and sweet. Just over 16 minutes remaining in the game, but Kallio with a healthy lead. We've got number 33, BB, jamming for Kallio, facing all four Nidaros blockers. We got a 5-on-5 jam right now. BB trying to squeeze between, almost gets taken out by India Pale Hell, but somehow staying up. Just barely nips past Sprito, number 96, to complete the pass for lead jammer. Medusa Blonde at the front, Skinhead O'Connor holding her at the edge of the track, but she stays in bounds. Skinhead O'Connor heading to the penalty box. That drops it down to only 3 blockers. Medusa Blonde getting by the great Blondini, but that is only her initial pass. BB completing a scoring pass, gets all 5, takes those to the bank. It's going to be 227 points for Kallio, 79 points for Nidaros, and we pass the 15-minute mark of the second half. Number 10, Layla Gay, jamming for Kallio. For Nidaros, it's Skinny Montero, takes a hip whip off of Morticia Wolfrunner and claims lead jammer, but it's like yet again the third time she's gotten lead jammer in the second half, and every single time Kallio's gotten their jammer out right behind her, and she's been forced to call it off. Here comes Nancy Nosebleed jamming. For the first time taking the jammer star in the second half. And she's lead jammer. Oh, maybe this, no, the second time. It's the second time. But once again, Kallio getting their jammer out right behind. Jam called off with no score. Insane jamming for Kallio against Medusa Blonde. Medusa Blonde trying to squeeze up the outside and gets by Bella Glucosi. Lead jammer for Nidaros. But Alice Insane getting by Kathleen Roadkill. But Medusa Blonde with a little bit of time this time, but Alice Insane hops across the infield, gets by Darth Invader, completes the pass for 4. Medusa Blonde, the best she can do is match those points and call it off. So a 4-4 jam. An empty penalty box means it's 5-on-5 on the track. But it's BB, number 33, taking a last-second shoulder check from Prime Sinister, but gets away with lead jammer. Skinny Montero gets away from Skinhead O'Connor, completing her initial pass, and is now on the chase. But BB calling off the jam. I believe that was a cutting the track on Prime Sinister at the end of the jam. But only 2 points picked up by Kallio in that one. So Nidaros keeping the pressure on. But Nidaros now with only 2 blockers on the track. That's Kathleen Roadkill and Morticia Wolfrunner, hoping to stop Layla Gay, number 10 of Kallio. But she hip checks Kathleen Roadkill out of the way and out races Morticia Wolfrunner around the turn, gets out for lead. Nancy Nosebleed still on her initial pass. Rams into Bella Glucosi, who holds her back. She's helped out by her famous buddy MC Slagaforsta. And they all get lapped by Layla Gay a second time. 10 points so far for Kallio. Nancy Nosebleed in a fierce battle against MC Slagaforsta. Nancy Nosebleed's just gonna get up to the front of the pack, but no points, of course. 5 more points on the third scoring pass for Layla Gay. It's 15 total for Kallio. And another team timeout, this time called by Nidaros. That leaves both teams with 1 timeout remaining, as well as both of their official reviews. Nine minutes, 52 seconds remaining in the game. Medusa Blonde, number 209, jamming for Nidaros. Moves to the outside, is met by Skinhead O'Connor. She's backed up by Fridu Kahio and the Great Blondini. But Medusa Blonde able to slip up the inside. But Revolucious already through the back has lead jammer. It's the back on a scoring pass, gets knocked out by India Pale Hell, calls off the jam. But we'll get all 4 points for Kallio, 0 for Nidaros. Three-on-two back advantage for Nidaros. Allison Sane slams into the 3-wall, and Skinny Montero breaks free for lead jammer. But Allison Sane gets past Overkill and Kathleen Roadkill, completing her initial pass. This time Skinny Montero has a few seconds, but is unable to make any passes. No points for either team. So it just takes time off the clock, approximately 1 full minute. That whistle blows at 8 minutes. We've got BB hung up in the pack. Nancy Nosebleed breaks through quickly, gets lead jammer. BB getting past Kali, Chick Wallace, and India Pale Hell as Nancy Nosebleed slips up the outside. Gets caught by the great Blondini's. Not going to get all 4, but will get 3 for Nidaros. Nidaros. Over and over. Now, official timeout called. So clock frozen at 7 minutes, 16 seconds. Kallio's Kinapuri Fist Funkers at 252 points. Nidaros Killer Bees at 86. Just a quick official timeout that time. Nidaros down 1 blocker, Kallio at full strength. Layla Gay taking the jammer star once again in a battle against a 2-wall. Kathleen Roadkill and Mortish Wolfrunner unable to stop her. It's the jammer for Kallio. Medusa Blonde looking for the inside lane. Sala Spectra, number 14, is there. And the entire pack getting lapped by Layla Gay. Medusa Blonde is now in a side of a box formation from Kallio. And then hip check to the infield by Macho Bichu. She's going to get recycled back to turn 2. Taking a cautious approach this time. Box formation from Kallio. Attempted a star pass to pivot Kathleen Roadkill, but she gets nowhere. Repelled, has to recycle. Getting lapped again by Layla Gay. Kathleen Roadkill now moving up the outside lane. Gets caught by that familiar duo. Bella Glucosi and MC Slagaforsta. Jam called off by Layla Gay after getting another 5 points. Total of 20 for Kallio. Empty penalty box, so it's 5-on-5 on the track. 82 Rebelicious jamming for Kallio. In a vicious battle at the front. Prime Sinister last line of defense, but Rebelicious too quick on the inside. Skinny Montero in a battle against BB, but breaks free. Now giving chase to the Kallio jammer. A 4-on-2 pack waiting for. Yeah, that was Kallio dropping down to only 2 blockers on the track. But Rebelicious able to call it off. Will get 3 points for Kallio, and once again hold Nidaros scoreless. Nancy Nosebleed back on the line as jammer, number 22, in a battle against Macho Bichu and MC Slagafursta. They're unable to hold off Nancy Nosebleed. She gets lead jammer. But Allison Saint scrambles up the inside lane past Overkill to complete her initial pass. But Nancy Nosebleed with lots of time and runs into MC Slagafursta. gets knocked out of bounds, has to recycle, but calls off the jam. Will get 2 points for Nidaros and nothing for Kallio. So Nidaros winning that jam 2-0. Layla Gay versus Medusa Blonde, but Layla Gay's shoulder checks her way past India Pale Hill on the outside lane, gets lead jammer. But Medusa Blonde outraces the great Blondini. Oh, sorry, gets a cutting the track. So it is a power jam for Layla Gay of Kallio. Sprito and Kali holding on to the line. Now Kali one-on-one at the edge of the engagement zone-ish. But Layla Gay able to fight her way past. And Kali off to the penalty box. Second scoring pass for Layla Gay. This time just avoids a shoulder from India Pale Hill. Slides off another shoulder from Chick Wallace. Completes the pass, calls it off. 10 points total for Kallio. And we drop below 3 minutes remaining in the game. No jammer and one blocker in the box. Rebelicious slices up the inside lane. Right past Kathleen Roadkill. Gets lead jammer. Kallio at full strength, but Rebelicious just knocked off balance and careens out of bounds. He's gonna have to recycle. Medusa Blonde back in action, but still on her initial pass. MC Slaga first, Macho Pichu and Zala Spectra holding on to Medusa Blonde. But MC Slaga first going to the penalty box. Only 2 blockers and Macho Pichu not able to hold on to Medusa Blonde. But there goes Rebelicious on her second scoring pass. Calls off the jam. Another 5. So that's going to be 10 points. And we have less than 2 minutes, just over 1 minute remaining in the game. Who out there is cheering for Kallio? Yeah, I know, yeah, all 3 of you. Who's cheering for Nidaros? Okay, yeah, I knew you guys were still there. All right, now we've got Allison Sane back on the line for Kallio. But Skinny Montero gets lead jammer. But once again, unable to get much clearance from the Kallio jammer. Forced to call it off, no score. And we're less than a minute to go. This may very well be the final jam. It's probably the final jam. But we don't know that until it actually ends, so we can't say that. There's the whistle. Less than 20 seconds remaining in the game. Nancy nosebleed up the inside, but gets knocked out of bounds by Bella Glucosi. And there goes BB with lead jammer. So BB of Kallio in control of the clock. The period clock has expired. This is the final jam. Nancy Nosebleed valiantly trying to chase her into the pack. Is going to get into the pack. Potentially scoring points, but 4 points already on the board for BB of Kallio. Nancy Nosebleed is going to match those. And she looks like she's going to go for another scoring pass. Gets past Bad News Barbie. Stopped in her tracks by Overkill and calls off the jam. 3 more points for Kallio, and that is the end of the game. Unofficial final, 301 for Kallio's Kinapori Fist Funkers. 92 points for Nidaros Killer Bees. Just a quick announcement. We have a little bit of food left over in the cafeteria area, and everything is 5 crowns a piece. They would like to not have to take any of this home, so please, if you are hungry or think you might be hungry later, be sure and go over to the cafeteria. Everything is only 5 crowns. But right now, congratulations to Kallio's Kinapori Fist Funkers! And let's give a big round of applause to the Nidaros Killer Bees! All right, and thank everyone for coming. We hope you had a good time tonight. The after party is at 3B. Don't forget to swing by the cafeteria area. Everything is 5 crowns a piece. And if you're interested, the trophy will be handed out at the after party. My name is Bulldog. Thank you all for coming, and have a pleasant evening.